Hey guys, a little bit different video for today. Um, I recorded this video and honestly thought that the mic was turned off. It ended up not be, so there is a little bit of keyboard sounds in the background, as well as you huffs and puffs there, here and there. But I did a little commentary after the fact, just kind of describing what had happened, and uh, but basically it's just a pretty good pig game that I had. I put a lot of pressure down on the map and just held it through the entire game. Um, I thought it was pretty cool. Just figured I'd share the gameplay and see if you guys liked it. Definitely let me know if you guys like these kinds of videos, and if you do, I'll try to do some in the future. If not, let me know that too, and let me know what you do want to see. But enjoy the game, and I'll see you guys afterward. Alright, so zone into the game, and I don't hate this map. It's I'm kind of indifferent about it. It does have a little bit of size to it, but there's a lot of maze tiles, so it's a little bit easier for survivors to hide. But uh, decide to check this gen first, and obviously I show up and they miss a skill check and use the dash to get my first hit on her. Start the chase, and then Ash shows up, decides to try to help. Not really sure what the plan was here, but I mean, I'll take the free M1. I decided to go after the Claudette just because I felt like she was running to a little bit easier to chase area. Tried to get the M1 there, but got the pallet dropped on me. I'm not sure if Ash was looking behind him or what, but they kind of merged together and kind of confused me a little bit. But end up finding Ash, and he tries to vault and just jumps over right into my face. Not sure what was going on, but put the hat on him and take him to the closest hook. I remembered a skill check being missed over here. Immediately go check it to find another Claudette. Try to get the dash attack, but miss it on that one. See her clearly going through the window, and just chase her down. Hit her as she's vaulting back. I get a little lost here. I thought she was gonna go to the maze tile, but ends up, I guess, going to the pallet and then turning around. And then goes through the window, and I wasn't even trying to mind game this, but I guess it kind of worked. And she came around and ran face first into me. Used Dead Heart, and then obviously gets down. Put the trap on her, and take her to the closest hook. That gen's almost done. Ash shows up, tries to body block me. Get the hit on him. I kind of freak out a little bit. Really shouldn't have. I had plenty of time. Gen's almost done, so I come over here and kick it. Also trying to get a little bit of usefulness out of my one perk, seeing that I am still just a level 1 pig in this game. Just kind of patrolling around because I figured that they would be pretty close. I checked this one because I hear it have some progress on it. Not enough to really make a difference though. And as I'm patrolling this one, I believe they get the unhook. Yep. And obviously they tap it. Come over, hit this Claudette. Thought maybe she'd go through the window. She decides to go around. I jump through the window and then get a little lost. I pick the trail back up, find her, try to mind game this pallet a little bit with a little bit of dash motion or dash action. I was hoping that she would throw it sooner, but she didn't. Didn't really work out, but she goes to this really unsafe tile here, and I end up getting the M1 on her anyway. I put this hat on her. I really shouldn't have, but I put that hat on her, and the Ash has already gotten his hat off. See a skill check being missed. It's over by one of the boxes, so it has to be the other Claudette. So I go straight for it. Look for any kind of scratch marks. Find the scratch marks. Go straight for the gin here. I hear it being worked on and it gets messed up. I go the other way thinking that maybe they saw me, but ended up not working. As I'm walking past this, chasing that, I hear them messing up the skill check, so I decide to go after them. They use Dead Heart, and then throw the pout a little late, so I still end up getting the kick, or getting the hit. I leave her slugged just because I knew that there was someone else over here. I'm just now starting to realize that there was 3 Claudettes in this game. Try to mind game the shack a little bit. I guess it kind of worked, but it was kind of sloppy on my end. I used my last hat here, and again, I really shouldn't have. I really should have held on to some of the hats, especially seeing that only one gen had been done. But I'm right here at the basement, so I take him down to the basement. And then the plan was to go back after the slugged Claudette. But on my way over there, she gets picked up. So at this point, I'm just following the scratch marks. I didn't notice that this Claudette had got herself off the hook until about right here. So I was thinking that there was somebody else going to be coming. Then I noticed the broken status. I see the Ash. Try to mind game the pallet. Didn't work. Come over to this box because I figured she'd still be there. Down her again. Leave her slugged. And then go back after this Ash. Because I knew he would stick around. I mess up the looping just a little bit. I saw him. Try to do the dash attack again. And end up getting him this time. So I commit to this chase. At this point, I probably should have went back and got the other Claudette, but decided not to. This Ash is not very good in chase, so I just decided to continue the chase here. End up downing him here. The plan was to go back and get the Claudette, but as you can see, she got picked up. But luckily enough, I end up running into this Claudette again. Try to loop this. Personally, I feel like that should have hit, but you know, what are you gonna do? Get hit by the pallet. Decided that this wasn't a pallet I wanted to play. Go ahead and kick it. And she ends up running right into me at shack anyway. So I pick this Claudette up. Take her to the closest hook. Or take her down to basement, I believe. Yeah, take her down to basement. From this point, the plan was to go get the Ash. But it got picked up. So I wasted a little bit of time here looking around, trying to figure out. But not too much, because I do end up finding the scratch marks. They end right there, and there's literally a locker right there. So, pretty predictable. Go ahead and hook the Ash. And then this gen hasn't been worked on, and I know that they just got off, or just got unhooked from the basement. So I make my way back there. I thought the flames kind of tricked me a little here. I thought I saw somebody. Did not though. I just kind of crouch, looking for people in these maze tiles. Don't end up finding anybody until I get close back to the ash, and then I see one of the Claudettes running down the side there. Use the dash attack to kind of cover a little bit of distance. End up hitting the Claudette. I start to chase the ash. Actually, I do commit to the chase on the ash on this one. Slight mind game. He vaults. I hit him in his face. I leave him slugged, assuming that he has decisive strike. And another little bit of wasting time here. This kick really wasn't necessary, but it does help me with the perk that I'm running, so. I noticed that they're all healing. At this point I really should have went and grabbed the ash, but decided against it, just decided to patrol some of the gens. None are being worked on. So I'm going back to the ash and it gets picked up. Just some wasted time that I probably could have cut out. I'm looking for the ash because I forget where I downed him at. And seeing as though he was still injured, I did try to hit him here. Ended up hitting two of the Claudettes. Decided not to commit the chase on the ash and just go for the Claudettes. She tries to loop me around these rocks. There's just not enough distance. Go ahead and down there. Find the closest hook and hook him. And then, as soon as I hook him, conveniently the ash is standing right there, so I just commit to the chase on him. He really doesn't have anywhere to go, so it wasn't a very long chase. Managed to down him pretty quickly. Now he's dead on hook, so it's easy peasy, take one out of the game. From there, they miss a skill check on this gen, so obviously I'm going to go back to it. Nobody working on it when I get there. As I turn around, the Claudette's sneaking right behind me, so hit the M1, chase after her. She plays Shack really bad. Tries to go for the window vault. Not sure if she was choosing to just ignore that. If she was choosing to try to go through the window or she was trying to fake it. But either way, she gets hit. Get the down on her. Put her in the basement. That's second hook. Not having barbecue this game kind of sucked, but what are you going to do? I go back to this gen just because it's one of the most worked on. End up finding somebody. Get lost for a second. Pick up the trail. She plays this really badly, plus it's an unsafe tile anyway, but I used the stealth maneuver here. I really should have went the other way. Lost track of her for a second and then found her again. We go back to Shack and she somehow medium vaults the window. The other Claudette drops the pout on my face. Then tries to go heal her, but she just doesn't have enough time. Keep an eye on the Claudette, see where she's going. Check through the window, nobody there. And she's gone, so I'm not going to try to chase her. I'm just going to go back to this Claudette and hook her. I can't remember. I think this one's on 2 hooks. Yeah, so she's dead on hook. And then this Claudette's just kind of sitting there, still injured for no reason. Leave her slugged because I do want to try to get the 4K. And right now I'm just patrolling gens, trying to see if I can find one that might be worked on. I go ahead and kick this just to try to use surveillance, try and see if I'm getting any, if there's anyone working on it. Even if that one does get done though, I do have a pretty good setup down here with these two gens being so close together. I notice that she gets picked up, so I head back to where I last saw her. I go back to this gen because it's the one that they've been favoring the most. Ends up not being anybody. I do notice that that one went from yellow to red, so I know that they're on that. At least one of them's on that gen. I show up and I see the one immediately. Get the pallet dropped on my face. She tries to blind me. And as I'm running around, find the other one. And at this point, it's just simple tracking down the scratch marks. Then I see her. She tries to play this pallet really poorly, slow vaults over it for whatever reason, and then that's the game. And then from this point, it's just hooking both of them. And that is how the Claudettes crumble. And that is a G, a G. So there you have it, guys. Halfway decent game on Pig. Definitely let me know how you liked it, if you like this style of video. If you do, I'll try to do some more of them. Uh, if you don't, let me know what you do want to see, what kind of videos you do like. Also, let me know if you like seeing the single games with not much editing to it, or if you enjoy more of the style where I have been doing 2 or 3 games in one video. I know that some people like the longer videos and some don't, so just let me know what you like, and I'll try to do best I can to produce that kind of content. But until next time, thanks for watching, guys.